American Urological Association has the Urology Care Foundation, and it's the nonprofit foundation aspect of the organization. And knowyourstats.org, it's a website which has a great deal of information about prostate screening. And if you have been diagnosed with prostate cancer, there's a good bit of information about treatment options and what to expect.
And Kevin, at your website, kevinbyrdfoundation.org, I'm assuming it lists some of the more information about what the foundation does and some of the I'm sorry, Kevin, it's the brownbyrdfoundation.org, right?
Yes,
Brownbyrd
Brownbyrd
Foundation. I can't read my own notes.
That's okay.
More information about what the organization does and where you will be hosting some of your events.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
You can find a lot of great information on the brownbyrdfoundation.org, and we're there to highlight the awareness of prostate cancer, let people be aware about what we're doing in the community at large.
All right. Thank you both for being with us this afternoon. This is a message that we've been working on getting out over the last year, and hopefully people are listening and will take the advice and suggestions that you've made today. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
Still to come, Power Moms, the movement connecting women who are determined to have it all. Stay with us. Working moms know perhaps better than anyone that having it all isn't so easy. The demands of balancing children and careers can seem overwhelming. The Power Mom movement acknowledges those unique challenges, not only giving women a place to connect with others walking a similar path, but also supporting and inspiring them. Joining us today is the creator of the Power Mom movement, Crystal Black Davis, a mother and vice president of marketing and deputy to the president of Loacker USA. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
That's a long title.
It is a long title.
For a working mom. What prompted you to start the Power Mom movement?
You know, I look at my own life and I look at the lives of women who I know and I work in parallel with, and I think about how we have to juggle not only the stresses and the challenges of work, but the rigors of managing a household, and then trying to maintain your own personal wellness and well-being. And I thought, why not celebrate the working mom? Because there's been like a running theme amongst a lot of the moms that I interact with of guilt. And a lot of it's external, but sometimes it's internal as well. And as to empower these women and to empower the notion of it's okay to be a mom and give it your all. It's okay to love your job and give it your all. Let's create a platform that will celebrate this to bring women together on a digital level as well as in person with activities to be able to join forces, if you will, talk about what works in each other's lives, talk about some of the challenges and how we've overcome them, and just help us get to that end goal of success.
And how have women responded? I mean, you talked about among your friends, but has it surprised you that so many women said, yeah, that's me, I'm in?
Yeah, it's universal, and a lot of times I will hear from women who weren't able to attend our first annual event that we had prior to Mother's Day. And so, oh my gosh, I wish I would have known about this because this is me. And no one has ever spoken to me that way. Again, a lot of times the working mom is typically not always in the forefront of the conversation about moms. And the working mom, especially when you are a high-powered working mom, you are often forgotten because you deal with the notion that you're so into your career that you don't have time. You probably have a nanny somewhere, you probably have cooks, that's not me. I am starting my day very early, cooking and prepping for that night for dinner. Last night I was making curry chicken.
So you're doing it all.
Yeah, I'm doing it all.
And trying to do it well.
And yes, and you know, I determine success of being that, you know, trying to juggle it all. It's not having it all, of course. You know, we all have read Lean In, and Sheryl Sandberg addresses that, you know, but when it's all said and done, it's about giving it your all. And I try to give it my all. I am just as dedicated to my household and my family, and I do the things that mothers do, but I'm also very dedicated to my career and leading the company.
But I think there's also this, this tension, you touched on it, between stay-at-home moms and working moms.
Yeah.
You know, on the one hand, there are people that feel that, well, if you're staying at home, you're not, you know, you've given up on your own career, and you've, you know, why did you, you know, you dropped the ball there? And then on the other hand, there are people who say, well, if you're working, then your children, your family, they're not getting enough attention. So, you know, and that's real. It really exists.
Yeah,
It is
it
part
does.
of what you want to do to sort of, you know, I guess bridge that divide, bridge that gap. And also, are those outside factors maybe making women fight with each other?
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because I look at it from both perspectives. The first 2.5 years of my son's life, I was a work-at-home mom. Couldn't bring myself to say stay-at-home mom for some reason. I just needed to stay busy. But I was at home with him, and I valued that time. My husband and I were just talking about that early this morning, how that was critical in his life. And I value that time, and I honor and respect anyone who decides to stay home, no matter whatever the length of time. But I did make a conscious decision to go back into the workforce. It was not an easy decision, but I did make that conscious decision to do so. I did not feel as if any part would lack by me going into the workforce. And I feel like it's unfortunate that there has been this division between who stays at home, who goes to work, you know, who make the best decision, what is the best decision. Whatever works for you and your lifestyle and your household, that's the best decision.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, there's no right or wrong.
And so is there a point at which those kind of two sets of moms can sort of, like we said, network, support each other and sort of bridge that gap?
Definitely. I find a lot of moms were like me. When I was a stay-at-home mom, I also kept myself busy with consulting. A lot of the moms that are entrepreneurial, they are creating things that work for them, that work for their lifestyle, that gives them the opportunity to earn money, but also to be able to tend to their children, to be able to be there for their children throughout the day. So this is a nice bridge because we're honoring those mompreneurs as well. The moms who, you know, are creating things in their kitchen or crafting or, you know, dealing with how to better teach their children and putting things on, you know, on the web to help other moms to do that and consulting. So we deal with a lot of, you know, helping to say it's not just about the mom who leaves and goes to a corporate office, it's also about the mom who sits at her kitchen table and creates and makes as well.
I mean, it does sound a lot like what you're hoping to do is really to help empower women, empower moms, but also to remind them that there's no right or wrong way about getting done what you need to get done.
Exactly. And that personal success factor, I keep going back to that because everyone measures success very differently. And if success to you is to be able to be with your family all day and still, you know, craft or create something at home and still earn a living that way, or if you go into the workforce, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're honoring and living in your own definition of success.
You got to let go of the guilt.
Exactly.
And the stress of what other people say, think, or do.
Exactly.
And it sounds like your organization is hoping to be maybe that bridge.
Yes.
And also that, you know, that support system that a lot of women need. Now, and I know that you just started in May.
Yes.
You're live. Your website went live and everything. And that is I'm a powermom.com.
Yes.
And you've got an event coming up that you're involved with in October.
Yes.
Talk to me about that.
So with the company that I work for, Loacker, we really like to engage mom and the family. A lot of what we do centers around mom and her family. So we are a sponsor of the New York City Wine and Food Festival all 4 days. However, on Sunday, in the rooftop of Pier 92, it's Family Day.
That's October 15th.
Yes, so we are going to have a really fun presence that nods to, it's for families, but it nods to the geography for where our company is based in the Dolomites in the Italian Alps. So it's an experience for children to be able to understand that region, which is typally, no one knows about that region.
Not much, except you see the pictures, the beautiful Dolomites, but not a whole lot.
So it's a fun, full experiential kind of engagement opportunity for us to be able to talk to mom and to be able to give her something fun for her family that they all can participate in and love.
And your company has been really supportive in with the Power Mom movement, has it not?
Yes. Globally, we identified the working mom, which we classify as a WOA mom, as our digital target. And it was so interesting because in 2015, that was when that designation was made. And everyone looked at me and they're like, that's you. And I'm thinking, you're right. You know, just with the archetype of who this mom was. And I said, you know what, we can really build on this in the States because there's a big opportunity for us to be able to talk and engage mom, to be able to build trust with mom, but to also give her content and activities that are relevant to her, just independently, because it doesn't always have to involve the family, but also to involve the family as well.
Yeah, and I know you've got, there's a book club involved.
We have a lot of organizations involved. Yes.
So the website is imapowermom.com.
Right.
And if you log on there, you can see what's going on, what's coming up, how you can get involved.
Good content for moms, a lot of varied content. So if you're interested in learning what's a family-friendly travel destination for fall break, or recipes, as well as what's coming up with what we're doing with the whole Power Mom movement, and how you can also be a part of it and create content for us and to contribute to what we're doing as well.
That'll be great. Yeah. What a pleasure to meet you, Crystal.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm not a mother, but I have nieces and nephews that would say, well, you act like one. Thank you so much.
Here and Now will be right back.
Thanks for joining us on Here and Now. If you missed any portion of today's show, you can watch at ABC7NY. And if you'd like to comment or share your story, email us at ABC7NY or follow us on Facebook and Twitter. I'm Sandra Bookman. Enjoy the rest of your day.